Okay, so now we're on to number 5 for Tuesday, September 26th. 4 students in Mrs. Johnson's class used base 10 blocks to model an equation with decimal numbers. The question, the way they work, I'm not going to get into how to read base 10 blocks. It's assumed you should already know that, and that we can cover that in a later lesson. So it's some number. That's a question mark. Some number. Well, actually, you know what? We'll do it math style. In math, they actually refer to it as an x. An unknown is always starts with an x. They have other letters too. So x minus. If you look at the base 10 blocks, that we're going to count that out. That's one whole block, 3, 4. So that's, remember, there's going to be a decimal point in this one as well. So minus 1.34 equals, and then they give you 8 lines of 10 blocks. So that's, remember, that's not a, so this is one whole block. The 3 represents the 3 lines, the 3 long lines, and the 4 represents the 4 single digits. Equals, now remember, they're giving you base 10 blocks, and that's not a whole block, so that's, you have to count them. I don't like that they make it so small. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, what they call long blocks. So that's going to be 0.8, right? And since there's no cube, if you look at the instructions, that's the word they use. Cube equals 0.1. There are none of that, there are none of those in the third number. So we're going to put 0. And the reason we're going to put a 0 here is because we want to make it easy for us to line up this number. So in order to get this number, 1 minus 3, 4, you need to, some bigger number got you 0.8. So you need to add these two together. You need to add them to get this number. So some number, we'll just for example, we'll just give it a for example. Let's say 5.34. We're going to make it easy. Let's say 5 minus 2 equals 3. And this is the same thing. So let's take away the 5. This is just for the sake of examples. X minus 2 equals 3. We already know, because we wrote the example, we already know what the answer is. And do you see how this number is, you took these two numbers, added them up to get this number. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to do the exact same thing. So now we can do the math. Remember, the two numbers, 1.34 and point, we're going to add them up to get our unknown number. So 1.34 plus, because remember we're trying to get that third number, plus you want to line up the decimal points. You can put a 0 here if you want, just for sake of ease. The other number was 80. So now we got the two numbers. Now we're going to add them up. 4 plus 0 equals, whoops, actually just use red. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 3 plus 8 equals 11. Oh, but we can't put an 11 here. That doesn't make any sense. Well, it's going to be like that anyway. Well, we're not. So you wouldn't write 11 there. That's not how you write that, because you need to add it to this one up here. So 3 plus 8 equals 11. You put the first digit here, the 1 here, and then the other, because 11 is two numbers, right? You're going to put the other number. This is this number. This number goes up here. And that's to remind you you're going to add 1 to this. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. And that's your answer, 2.14. And now we're looking at the answers they gave us. Abby's answer was 0.54. That's not the correct answer. Brian's answer was 1.14. That's not what we got. Carter's answer was 1.41. Now it's getting closer, but it's still not the answer we got. And Dennis thought the answer was 2.14. That's the answer we got. So Dennis got it right. So now we look at the answers they gave us. D is Dennis. A is Abby, B is Brian, C is Carter. D is Dennis. So that's the answer we want. This is a little more complicated than the other ones we ran through. So if you need to run this over again, be sure to watch this video again. Okay, so this is for number 5, September 26th, Tuesday, for math homework, SST Alamo. All right, thanks for watching, guys.